Tells us about his memorable moment spending with his dad again, their old Plymouth at their Lynbrook White Castle. So this Craver tells us about his experience with his family at the castle every Sunday, and even recalls his mother's favorite menu item as being our now discontinued pineapple cheesecake, which I didn't even know that we ever had. But Thomas has since grown up and moved to California, where he now satisfies his crave with our retail sliders in the grocery. Of course, unless he's visiting folks back in New York, where he explains that White Castle is his first stop when landing at the airport. So help me welcome Thomas McCabe.
Well, my lifelong White Castle relationship started back in the mid-50s, like you mentioned, back when burgers were a nickel. There's no such thing as cheeseburgers or fish sandwiches or chicken sandwiches or Diet Coke or even plastic utensils. So, our fare was, hamburgers and Cokes and French fries and pineapple cheesecake, which I understand really nobody knows about. But that was the highlight. That was dessert for us, was the pineapple cheesecake, and with a wooden fork. So, as the story goes, my dad was a very self-conscious guy as a policeman, and we would drive to the White Castle, which is about 30 minutes away. And we would pull into the slot. There's no dine-in at the Lynbrook White Castle, so we pulled into the space, and the car op would skate up to the car and ask for the order, and my dad would very calmly put the order in. The order was always the same. It was 5 fries, 5 Cokes, 5 pineapple cheesecakes, and 35 hamburgers. So the car op would always have a "wait what" moment, and she would say, loud enough for anybody across the street to hear, "Did you say 35 hamburgers?" My dad would shrink in the chair, my mother would look out the window, fucking controlling herself so as not to laugh, and we would just go nuts in the back seat. So, and there was never leftovers. So from there, I went to law school, and it doesn't surprise anybody to know, when I moved to Chicago, I would take a 2-hour bus ride to the nearest White Castle on the west side. Now living in California, everybody knows that living in California has lots of challenges, not the least of which is mudslides and firestorms, and earthquakes, and no White Castle.
The closest one is Vegas now.
Well, so what does a Californian do? Right, he resorts to the retail stuff,
which we make as well.
I know you make that, but not the same. No pickles.
Right, you gotta put pickle on it.
No pickles. And I've never mastered how to heat them up so as to not make the bun exactly. Right.
Conventional is steaming them in the oven.
See, that's why I came here. So our other option is to drive to Vegas, right? So that's a 5-hour drive. Or I could find at least 3 good reasons to go to New York every year. Right? So somehow I would always, flying into JFK, I would always find a reason, I really didn't need a reason, to stop off at the Lynbrook White Castle every time we were on the way to our hotel. So, you just say, who says you can never go home again? Well, I always went, and I still go to my home White Castle in Lynbrook, New York.
I'm sorry. We let a moment go by, and I can't let this slip. Matt, let's see the tattoo, man.